matchup. So on the defense, the whole roster is going to be Harry Hook on that Symmetra. Taimu's going to play the defensive Widowmaker. Tailspin taking over the Tvik, aka Pluppy spot of Junkrat on King's Row defense. Coco will be playing Reinhardt. Chips on Mercy. It looks like Hulk is going to stick on McCree.
Thank you, kind.
Tailspin has a pretty sick Junkrat himself. Plays it a lot here, plays it around on Dorado as well, and on Hollywood. I think him to do a lot of work right now.
It's a great hero for King's Row defense. I mean, you can hold left side alley, you can hold right side room and just completely lock it down. There's so much damage that you can do without a sightline. It's just a great hero for this section of the map.
All right, here comes Tailspin. Tailspin on the Junkrat. Really filling in so well. We used to see Tvik on for the squad. Of course, EnVyUs is mostly the former IDD QD squad. And we used to see Tvik on Junkrat here all the time. So this makes me think that the Junkrat play here, the reason why Tvik was on Junkrat, came from other people on the team, since Tvik, after leaving IDD QD, hasn't really gone Junkrat as much on this map. And Tailspin, we never really saw him on the Junkrat on this map until just now. But the Junkrat spam definitely doing its job and keeping out AF right now, doing a lot of damage. AF now slowly getting in, but they're getting absolutely beat up as they roll through that first archway.
Yeah, they're taking a ton of damage, and there's almost not enough healing to get spread out. Although the medic's doing a pretty decent job, or that Mercy rather, doing a pretty decent job keeping everyone at least alive, if not damaged.
So Tailspin right now still representing on the Junkrat. Meanwhile, Taimu in the back, able to get a big pick off on the Horrific. The offense right now not getting as much value as I'd like. Technically, I did take out Coco, but thus far, just looking at the tempo of the game, it's very much been in favor of EnVyUs, and AF needs to get something going.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a resurrection, so they could go with a very aggressive play to try to sack some heroes, get some kills, and suicide in, and just hope for the resurrection. But they know that they're going to be against another resurrection at some point, although they know that Chips just used his.
Can I just point out that Chipsgen just got a double kill with the Mercy Blaster? That was the thing. If you looked at the kill feed and missed it, I mean, it was up there for a moment, but it's like, wait a second, Mercy? Double kill?
It does a lot.
These things do happen. Of course, Chips was first initially known for some great Zenyatta play back in the day, so it's not too surprising that when the need arises, he can bust out the Mercy pistol for great damage as well.
Now, the Slasher's theory holds true because they just added a second McCree to this comp. Maybe now they'll break through.
Well, as good as Dot's
I'm kind of hoping it doesn't happen just to prove Slasher wrong, but he's right that this has been the case. We do have UFSui coming in, does have the Deadeye up, not going to use it just yet. AF still being very tentative when they push in. They push up to about where they're at now, and then they sort of stop. And it's really been making them struggle as they move in. And right now, they're just getting picked apart. UFSui's almost dead. A lot of their members are weakened. They are going to get healed up. But here comes the defensive Deadeye coming out from Aeronet Hulk, going to zone them out. I don't think Aeronet Hulk is going to get too much from this just yet. But interesting attack thus far. I just feel like it's not been decisive enough, as there it is. Coco takes on UFSui with the Fire Strike, forces a res. Offensive Sound Bearer is out, though. The offense making their play. The McCree Deadeye is out. Will take out Aeronet Hulk. 3 kills now for the side of AF, and Slasher might just be right as the switch to double McCree, doing all sorts of work now for AF as they get on the point, and they are about to cap it.
I mean, it's not like I can even see a significant reason why they would team fight other than yes, they had a McCree now. Dot going Widow versus Taimu. Not exactly a fun thing to do, so why even do it? Let's just McCree it up, because why wouldn't you? And then
Taimu's a good sniper overall, but I think his highlight reel moments always come on King's Row. He seems very comfortable in defensive Widow, especially on King's Row. Not even really this point, but if they push to last, Taimu's last section King's Row Widow is insane.
Yeah, Taimu, we've seen him do all sorts of good work here. It's a little bit surprising to see him Widow on the Streets phase. Usually people switch off, but Taimu able to get the headshot on the Winston, gets a second pick off. 2 kills here for Taimu thus far. Looking for more. The kill feed going absolutely in favor of EnVyUs here, as AF having to fight for every little bit that they get in the Streets phase. EnVyUs not giving anything up for free. Taimu still going crazy, looking for the pick off on Dot. Dot able to roll away, but most of his team is dead. Down goes Technicide. Dot in trouble. Down he goes. And this is just an absolutely brutal defense coming up from the side of Envy.
Yeah, I expect Envy to push it pretty far. It is going to be a little hard now. I was just going to say, I would expect Dot to go back to Widow, because you can hold, you know, on the street phase, on top of the bar, on the left side of bar, with Widow or with Hanzo here. And if you can't get on top of them or around them,
Somebody Winston leaping in here for the side of AF. Dot finally getting a little bit of revenge as well. Maker does take out Internet Hulk. Overall, the offense just not getting the pressure that
I don't know
they
if you
need.
caught that on camera. That Junkrat Tyre tried to get up to the Widow twice and was unable to climb the wall.
I did not catch it. Now I'm sad.
It was funny as shit. It's like, it's trying. Oh no, I can't do it. Oh, I'm trying it. Oh no.
There was a really great Junkrat Tyre a while back on Hollywood where someone kept trying to put it over the top and just didn't have. It was a little tire that couldn't.
A lot of work
But here we go. Internet Hulk with the quick double kill on McCree, striking deep on the AF, and AF just really getting manhandled in the streets phase right now.
Well, they're being at least a little more decisive. That when they're fighting, they're actually full on committing to it, not like kind of the trickling in they're doing early on Kings Row. They just really just need to start winning a little more mechanical battles. It starts right there with Dot taking out Taimu, who takes out Chips. It's really nice momentum they have going on this fight.
Yeah, Dot, I mean, he's really taken upon himself a difficult task in fighting Taimu head-to-head like that as Widow, but if you can take him out, it's a big boon. Not only do you take out one of the best Widows in the game, but you then have a 6v5 to really press your advantage, but it's difficult because then you're sort of making yourself at the mercy of winning those Widow v Widow fights.
I've praised tanks a lot throughout our series today, but Mini needs to do a little bit of work on not taking unnecessary damage on his shield. The amount of times that Reinhardt's shield has been cracked down and unavailable for his team is kind of unacceptable.
That's also one of the main reasons.
Tire's on the way, and it does get Lucio in the end. Lucio was running for his life, was not able to run fast enough. Tires do roll pretty fast. And look at this, EnVy being even more aggressive. Moving forward, Yuma2e in trouble, going to get taken out by Internet Hulk. And AF is just sputtering here. They have not been able to get anything good going in quite a while.
Just to go off your point, Hex, we see Junkrat so much on D lately because he is the best shield buster in the entire game. He's able to get over Reinhardt's shield and brace Winston in, 1 or 2 seconds.
There we go. Sunbearer's out here for the defense. The defense being even more aggressive. We see Tailspin going in deep here on the Junkrat. Taimu in the back, looking for pickoffs on Taimu. Onto others. Double kill there for Taimu in the end. Tailspin cleaning up on Technicide. And this is just absolutely brutal. EnVy, anytime AF looks like they're going to push in at all, EnVy just pops her ultimates, goes in, and it's just nothing but destruction right now.
Yeah, this is going to get rough. Another tire is going to be coming quite soon. Maybe he'll get into the window this time. They're going to have wall hack. They've had the ult advantage for the majority of this game. I actually don't see them getting to the second checkpoint.
Yeah, I don't even know what kind of composition they could run to try to counter this. Your initial instinct is maybe try to run a Pharah to deal with Tailspin, who's doing a ton of work on that Junkrat, making all sorts of problems for those tank heroes, but then how do you deal with Taimu? I mean, Taimu's not going to miss a shot.
That is a beautiful Earth Shatter. Knocks down 3 people. Coco going in, able to get the 2 kills with the help of his team. And again, even as AF strikes back, they are not able to get through this archway. And you don't usually see a team get stuck this far back in the streets phase, but EnVy just really making a strong stand here, and they look nothing short of dominant.
Well, a couple nice kills from Dot, though, opens up a little bit of space, and they also have the Primal Rage to get around this vent. Now they've had the best progress they've had in a while, Resurrection's favorable, and they have a high Nuno.
They do have to win this right now, because if they lose the team fight, they don't have enough time to respawn.
Yeah, 15 seconds remain. Right now, very much on the verge of a full hold is EnVy here against AF, they need to make something happen here soon. Maybe the McCree play of Dot is what's going to happen. Deadeye is out, does take out Harry Hook. There's a little bit of hope here left for AF as they move forward, but no, Dot going to get taken out. Resurrection coming out for EnVy, and this might be the dagger in the heart. Everyone is up. AF is getting pushed back, and there it is. Overtime is over. No points will be scored for AF on their attack on Kings Row. Now we'll see just what EnVy can do on their attacking run.
Solid try, but Tailspin and his Rat and Taimu on Widow, very rough to deal with. I think Tail must have had like 7 or 8 tires, and they didn't even get to the second checkpoint.
Those two heroes work so well together if you've got strong players at both, because really a great answer to Junkrat is run a Pharah. We've seen top teams do it constantly. No.
Did he not die? He went 32-0.
Yeah.
Tailspin went 32-0. Well, that's why
That's
he got
pretty good Junkrat
upvotes
play
in a match. Yeah.
Well, you would want to run a Pharah to take down a Junkrat. It's a pretty hard counter. Is able to take down Junkrats rather easily, even at high levels. But you can't run a Pharah against Taimu. So you have to deal with one problem to deal with the next, to deal with the next. And if you can't solve the problem that is Taimu on Sniper, you're going nowhere against that Junkrat. So, going into another map, or was that set?
We are going to another
I'm
map.
lost. I'm confused.
Or no, we're not going to.
Other side.
We're doing Now you're throwing me off. We're doing the attacking run of Envy here. They didn't do anything while we were gone. They
Don't
were
worry,
waiting for us.
it's going to end very quickly, Hex. So we will be on to the next map in about 4
Hex
minutes.
or
So.
Slasher with no faith in AF to bring this back on good defense. I will say in AF's defense, even though the play from Envy there looked nothing short of dominant, we have seen times in Overwatch play where both teams have really strong defenses. Usually that's more on maps like Dorado that tend to favor the defense a little bit more, but we will see if AF can dig deep and shock Envy here while defending on King's Row.
I even see Envy going with the single support, quad DPS, 1 tank, or 1 tank, 1 off tank setup that we've seen a ton of times. Junkrat on offense on this map and on Hollywood just seems to go so well because you bring down the shields, and then once the Reinhardt or Winston shield is down, you have such an opportunity to capture the point or push the entire defense back into a corner and then have to take, you know, like a team fight in the reverse form. And I really am favoring that style more than the double support style off the bat, especially for offense.
Definitely. So taking a look here at the defense coming out from the side of AF, we're going to have Umos Tui and Dot on a pair of McCrees. Going to be Horrific on the Junkrat, Mini on Reinhardt, Dahoon on Mercy, and Technicide on Lucio.
Tailspin gets to run Pharah. Chips is going to be on Junkrat. Harry Hook on Mercy. Internet Hulk on 76. Taimu, Offensive Widow. And Coco, of course, on Reinhardt. I think Coco's ever played anything except Reinhardt.
Yeah, I struggle to think. I mean, he's played Winston from time to time when they've done double Winston. So there's that, but usually he's on Reinhardt Winston. And meanwhile, taking a look here at the offensive enemy, they're not wasting any time. Tailspin firing in rockets, looking for some key poke as Taimu gets 2 quick kills. The offensive Widow paying off. Internet Hulk coming in over the top. This is 4 kills now for Envy, and AF getting pushed off point A with remarkable haste. Tailspin gonna eat a Junkrat bomb to the face, taking him out, but the damage has been done, and look at Taimu. Taimu already moving so far up. He just wants to get them right as they come out of spawn.
Yeah, he is unafraid. Of course, that, you know, Widowmaker kit that if he gets in trouble, he can just grapple away, can kind of take those aggressive shots at it, but that's a super fast first cap.
This path from Taimu right now, I mean, he's really invested in the Widow flank here. This is either going to be brilliant or terrible. Here he goes. Will he get it? Oh no, first shot Mercy missed. Does shoot her in the end, but the element of surprise is gone. He will go down, but now he has 2 angry McCrees firing after it. That could have been so good, and then if you miss the first shot, you pay with your life, I suppose. Bonus points for the effort, though.
Opens up some space, though, I suppose. Mini shield got cracked down again, and yes, he's facing off a Junkrat, but there are some times where you can just drop your shield and not take damage to it. That shield has had a rough go of it during this map.
Certainly has. Coco takes out the tires you mentioned. And speaking of tires, we have another tire coming in here from Chipsogen. The tire is on the way, and it blows up Lucio again. I feel like half of this game has been Technicide running from Lucio tires. Might just be battle on the cameras. Chipsogen comes in with a beautiful play on Junkrat, gets the kill, and Envy looks like they're completely unstoppable right now. They're well on their way to setting an under 5-minute gold time.
Yeah, they're just rolling. Not a whole lot more to elaborate on. Hulk does come on to Zarya.
You know, as we talk about like the versatility of Cloud9, that's a good reason why they win, and LG and the IDDQ team before. Chipsogen, who plays support for their team normally, is now on offensive Junkrat, and they can do that when Tailspin was the defensive Junkrat the game before. And they're one of those teams that can play so many different things that opens up a lot of possibilities. You know, for them to go forward, and that's going to be the best teams in Overwatch. Whichever characters and players can learn 5 or 6 characters are the ones that are going to succeed.
Well, Envy is certainly the driver's side. We see Tailspin coming over the top with the barrage, able to get 1 kill, participates in another, kills the Mercy immediately off the resurrection. Junkrat tire not going to do anything. And Chipsogen has really been my MVP of this match. I mean, anytime you look, he's just doing a ton of work on Junkrat.
Yeah,
you don't usually see a Junkrat on offense being that oppressive, but Chips making it work as a very quick time being set here by Envy. Envy up 3 points to 0 after map 1.
I mean, you know, this was, as predicted, stomp-horrific. And,
right into the res at the end. Quality Junkrat play. Full use of the kit.
Full use. I mean, it's just fitting. I mean, given all that Chips was doing in that game in general, I mean, Chips had himself a game, and Envy well rewarded now with 3 points as a result.
Well, I mean, you know what's funny, though, is that Chips was widely regarded as one of the best Zenyatta players when Zenyatta was very firmly in the meta. And if you think about kind of the skills that go into being a good Zenyatta, good positioning, very good aim, kind of some predictability and game sense, translates pretty well to a Junkrat.
No, absolutely. I think the thing is there's plenty of people that are on support that are actually incredibly good FPS players, but they're going support in part because they can do well on it, but also they have harmony on a team. I mean, you have 6 all-stars on a team, for example, that are all mechanical gods on an FPS game. The nature of Overwatch means that you can't have them all be on a DPS class. Someone has to be the support, so why not put someone who is really good on the support, and then if they have to off-class like Chips just did there, he can get all sorts of value, and I mean, that Junkrat play was great.
That has favored teams very lately in terms of who is the best team in the world right now. A big reason that Cloud9 is so good is because Grego can play Widow half the maps, and then they do, and then that allows Reaver and Surefour to do whatever they want. So when you have, and then Rogue is another good example with wins, you know, of course, the legendary Unreal Tournament and Quake player is their support player. But then when they run their own quad DPS, he plays Rat himself, and they do the similar type of thing that Envy is doing with Chipsogen, and because they have a DPS, you know, an FPS background, and they were legendary FPS players, they can take a back seat, play support, especially with their game knowledge and map awareness and things that they've, you know, built with experience. And then when they have to, and then they can change up the meta. Right now, we see quad DPS or 3 DPS, 2 tank, 1 support work, where traditionally we've seen double support or even triple support through the first few months. You know, the teams that have the players that can fight and do team fights and that can really play the FPS positions are the ones that are going to do the best, I feel, at least for right now.
Very, very some reason. I agree. I mean, so long as you have that backup there, it means that you can adapt to anything the meta throws at you. If you have a team where, you know, you're not quite as flexible, maybe certain people can't switch to other things, you're not going to be able to adapt to meta shifts quite as frequently. What we're seeing a lot right now in terms of teams too is that we see teams kick people and add people to the roster based on what's going on in the meta. And that's a problem because then anytime you're kicking someone, you have to build up rapport with them, you have to build up chemistry. If your team can simply just adapt to the meta without, you know, a roster change, it's a huge boon. So, that being said, we are heading now into Watchpoint Gibraltar. It's going to be Envy on attack because they have the chance to close this out. All they have to do is complete the map, and that will be it. They will be sending AF into the losers bracket. So AF, hard task ahead of them, but take a look at the AF roster. We're going to have Horrific on 76, Dahoon on Mercy, Mini on Reinhardt, Umustui on McCree, Technicide on the Lucio, and Dot rounding things out on a Widowmaker.
So kind of a small version of your crossfire defense here, the 76 and the Widowmaker. Now Cloud9 runs something similar, but they run double Widowmaker. Actually, I think Rogue tried to run double Widowmaker as well earlier. Lynx shut it down by himself on his single Widowmaker. Is very impressive, but you might see them run a third DPS or hit scan in this at some point, and of course they were running that McCree. Offensively though, Taimu is going to be on that Widowmaker. They're running a pair of Cowboys and Tailspin and Internet Hulk. Coco will be on Reinhardt, Chips on Mercy, Harry Hook, Never Give Up, Nabrujabup is going to be on Lucio.
Alright, so here we go. The offense for EnVyUs is on the way. Time-wise, they don't have much of a challenge to have them here. They just need to finish out the map, and they're moving forward. And the interesting thing here, coming out from the side of AF, is that they're being very aggressive on this defense. They're not holding back. They're trying to get some poke in, but they still might give it up in the end anyways. I think they're just looking to see if there was a greedy opportunity they could punish. As a Tailspin going to take out Dot. 3 quick kills here for Envy. This is quickly escalating into a bad situation, and not so much a fanfare, just like good mechanical pickoffs.
A bad situation, ZP says. What he means is that the game is about to end in the very near future if they don't get it together, like, right now in the hangar phase. If they can, Envy gets even a little bit through the hangar, it's pretty much done.
You know,
see, this is where I feel like I'm the good cop here, and like Slasher's just, you know, comes in and is like, no, they're doomed. I will say, Envy definitely with a lot of momentum on their side. 3 extra kills, and what we're seeing from AF just has not been able to stabilize really.
They haven't gotten a kill yet, CP. What do you mean stabilize? They haven't killed anyone yet.
That still counts as not stabilizing.
You know, in the first-person shooter games, you usually have to shoot the person and kill them. That helps you win the game, no matter the objective. If you don't kill the other team, Not gonna really work there.
Well, it's been amusing though, because when you think of the combo traditionally as a Mercy and Pharah, they did a lot of that work early on, speed boosting a McCree. It was just Lucio and McCree running like to Benny Hill music, flash banging and banning the hammer on people. There's some kills for you.
Yep, they are. Hui getting exploding with a triple kill, in fact. Bringing it out, has the Deadeye, but no, he activates the Deadeye in a little bit of a rough position. Will get taken out immediately as Coco comes in big time with the Earth Shatter, able to pick up 2 kills. Moving forward, WMouse one's down Mercy. Coco absolutely beasting, looking for a charge kill, almost gets Midi, just for good measure, as EnVyUs really setting the tone in their favor.
You know, as soon as you said, which was right, that they got some good kills there. Doc got a few picks, Hui got a few picks, and then somehow Coco stays alive and wipes the whole team by himself.
We've seen Reinhardt just have hero moments all over the place. Tailspin now running over as McCree. Tailspin, of course, one of the better hit scan players in the game, making his mark, gets the double kill. Taimu taking out Dot. Aaron and Hulk on the mini, and this is just absolutely brutal. They are setting up for a gold medal in Gibraltar, and you know, going in time-wise, a lot of people said, you're not going to see too many gold medals in Gibraltar. This is going to be the second one today that we'll have seen.
They're going to set up both Deadeyes here, trying to get up on the bridge. They crouch walked over there, hoping to hide their footsteps, but Horrific did spot them out. He knows that at least one McCree is over there. I don't know if he knows both are over there with their ultimates ready.
All patched up.
So this is sort of the last gasp here for AF. If they do not want to take a trip to the losers bracket, they need to dig deep and somehow stop EnVyUs for 8 whole minutes here. Definitely easier said than done. Deadeye is out, takes out Dot.
Yeah, that was
very,
very
strong play coming out here from the side of Envy. Earth Shatter coming down from the defense. Mini going to take out Coco. Coco going to get crunched against the side. And a little bit of life in AF yet, although really they're gonna have to keep this up for a very long time.
Back against the wall, we'll see if they can put it together here. Though a couple quick kills coming out from Hulk on Tekka side. And they did drop another player as well, so looks like they're gonna initiate here.
Yep, they're going in. Hui does have a Deadeye up. I think we're going to see him use it anytime soon. But Tailspin and Taimu not having any of that. The McCree Widow pressure too much. Gonna take him out. It is not high noon here for the defense. They are flat on their back. Coco knocking them down, setting them up. Resurrection going to bring up Internet Hulk, and this should be GG. And time-wise, that is a gold medal finish. 6-0 score-wise in favor of Envy. A very dominant performance here in the round of 16, and they have bought their way to the winner's round tomorrow.
Well, I don't think Slasher predicted that happening. You had AF winning that round, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, you know, that was gonna happen. But that's, you know what? This is good though. This is more. I wanted to see how much of a stomp Envy was going to have, and I think they proved that they are definitely one of the best teams right now. Because they're not playing like a horrible team, but they needed to kind of show that type of dominance to really solidify themselves.
No, I mean, this is pretty far in the bracket. That's a team that deserved to be there, but Envy is just that good right now. And yeah, I tend to agree with you. I wanted to see what this Envy roster was going to do. So granted, you know, we'll see more of them, but they look pretty strong.
Alrighty, so next coming at us is going to be losers bracket round number 5. We're going to get to see some of the teams that just lost. Look for their salty run back, if nothing else. That there is a losers bracket here in today's tournament, which means that even if you get a rough draw, like going against a powerhouse team like Envy there, you do have a chance at redemption.